Hey besties, welcome back. And today is a talking mukbang. I'm going to be talking about my latest experience with my plane ticket. And welcome to Lola. You probably can't see her past this giant milk I have. Let's take a look at Lola. Lola, do you want a special treats? What did you want, a chipper? She's so cute and crunchy and demure. Anyway, I just spent so long getting the camera in the right position and I just start moving it. Rude. Bismillah. Meow. Anyway, I have had the most horrendous experience. Now, I don't know if you guys have watched my previous videos. I think I did 2 of them about my original plane ticket to Egypt. Guys, I'm not going to rehash that story, but just mildly, I purchased a ticket. I fuggled it up because it was the wrong amount of days for the visa to get the visa on arrival to Egypt. And so I had to, save up for another ticket. So I finally saved up for almost another ticket. And then just randomly, I was looking online to see if there were any cheap tickets. And bitch, I got one. And I already told you guys that. I got it cheaper than my original ticket. And when I got my original ticket refunded, I thankfully, thanks to Flight Centre, it's not usually their policy, but I didn't get any fees. Lola, can you leave the stuff in the kitchen alone, please? On your spot. Quick. Anyway, so I was online, and when I purchased this ticket online by myself, because, why not? I fuggled up the first one. I mean, why not take another risk? You know why I took the risk? Because it was $1,000 cheaper than every other ticket I could find. So yeah, I took the risk of buying another ticket online, again with Flight Centre. Now, this time when I put the details in, I wasn't logged into my Flight Centre account. I just did it outside of my account, so it didn't have all my details. And I forgot. My brain told me that it had all my details. And so they get automatically filled, whatever you leave out. So me being outside my account, I left out a crucial detail. And I thought, that's okay. I just got to grab the ticket. It'll fill it in because I'm in my account. And I purchased the ticket. But then when I got my ticket, I noticed on my paperwork that the crucial detail was not in my ticket. So I just do a quick Google search. I'm like, Google, magic of Google. Am I going to be able to catch that plane? Google says, yes, no, 50%, 50-50. What the fuck? Oh my God. So I ring the Flight Centre, pardon me, and they said, the first thing they say to me is, look, I'm sorry to inform you, I can't tell you 100% for sure right now, but your only option that I can see is that you're going to have to refund your ticket, and this time there's going to be fees because you didn't do it within the refund time, and we've already given you a grace period for your previous ticket. And I'm like, oh God, I've just told everyone once again that I've got my new ticket, that I'm definitely coming to Egypt. People are preparing for me to come. They're expecting me again. And this lovely woman's telling me I'm going to have to get a cancellation on that ticket and that I can't catch the flight. So when I say I spent the last week well, almost a week, dying inside. Yeah, I really felt that way. But not only that, I had to use my own legal expertise of basic legal knowledge that I have to research with each airline what was in their rule book, so to speak. And let me tell you, a lot of the information, even in their own rule books, is contradictory or dated. And I was just getting nowhere with Flight Centre. Now, I don't mean they weren't helpful. They were helpful, bro. They were helpful, but they had to keep getting back to me day after day, and nobody knew what was going on. And I was pushing it that I wouldn't have to cancel it. And each time they're like, "You're really just going to have to cancel it." But I was just like, let's dig a little deeper, because I found this and it says this, and it's freely available online. And I know you don't have time to look that up, but can you speak to your manager? And I did that like 8 times. Did my own little legal research project, basically. And my God, the stress. Like, they did their best, honestly, but each time they were like, "Oh, this is shocking. You're going to have to get a refund." And I don't think they were trying to rip me off. I really don't. I just think they couldn't find the information they needed. It's peak flight season. You know, the airlines are not getting back to the flight center. Nobody's responding. There's 2-hour wait times, and that's if you work for the flight center. That's not even if you're, someone like me. And then they're like, "Yeah, we'll get back to you when we get back to someone else, when we get back to our manager, when we read this email." And it was just this tumultuous avalanche of shit. I still feel the stress, I'm telling you. Anyway, I've got some chicken here. This is Maryland chicken without the bone, rolled up. And on top, I've melted some brie cheese. Don't nobody come at me and say I can't melt brie cheese on chicken, okay? Shut up your face. Anyway, I've got my Maryland chicken, boneless. Ooh, yes. Ooh, look at that. Oh, jeez. Let's like whack that on. That's probably too much meat, but let's just spread it out a bit. Probably half it's going to fall out anyway. And let's give Lola a bit of chicken. Okay. Let's give her a little bit of chicken with a little bit of cheese. Lola, try not to lick my fingers. Oh, she loves it. It's so greasy. Anyway, nobody saw that. Don't rewind it. I'm demure. Anyway, besties. So we were dealing with the flight center. And by we, I mean me. I did all this shit alone. Flight center and 2 different airlines. Because it's a cheap ticket, it's going to go through multiple airlines. Oh, and a 3rd airline that one of the other airlines were like a sister company of. Oh my God. I really thought that I wasn't going to be able to come. Like, I thought, well, that does it for this year. I wouldn't be able to save up. So if I have to like pay fees and cancel and start again, and then again the tickets get cheaper around Christmas time, like, fuck. So I thought my husband's going to divorce me. I thought I'm just like, nobody would wait for me. No, why? It was stressful. And of course, this whole time I didn't tell my husband, because I was like, oh, I can't tell him. Like, because I've actually cancelled on him before, twice. I can't tell you about the first time for privacy reasons because it involves another person. But the second time was, like, the first time I had enough money for expensive ticket, and then an emergency happened and I had to spend that money on something that was an emergency that involved another person. So I can't go into that. That was the first cancellation that I cancelled Egypt. The second cancellation was when I actually bought a ticket, but I bought the wrong type. And then this time I bought the ticket again, and they're telling me I'm going to have to cancel it. And I'm like, oh, hell no. I can't even tell my handsomest husbando this time because, honestly, who could deal with that? Anyone? I don't know about that. So I kept it to myself. Like, I just zipped my up and I just tried not to die inside. It was the most stressful thing ever. Like, honestly, it was so bad. It was so bad, besties. And like, I mean, obviously I'm still stressed out because it's just so much. Do you know what I mean? Everything is so much, and dealing with everything on my own is like, I swear, like, I'm going to be so happy to get to Egypt and be like, wow, I've actually got a handsomest husbando, and if I get into trouble with something, like, I can rely on him. So that would be a nice feeling to have that support. So I'm just going to take my ring off because I just started bashing on everything and it's going to get like greasy. So I'm going to take a big bite and then I'll continue with my story. Oh my God. Holy damn. Can I show you without it falling out? Oh, the other side looks better. Oh, okay, you ready? This is my Crunchwrap chicken yogurt giant burger. Bismillah. Mmm. 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 It's nice with the lettuce. It really is. Yes, besties. Mmm. 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 Bit of brie. Mmm. Needs more. It needs more sauce. Yes, and it needs more crunch. The crunch is very, very nice. Yes. Let's get it. Let's get it. Mmm. 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 Oh no, it's falling apart. Just like me. Get it while it's good, besties. Mmm. Yum. Mm. Mm. I apologize. I'm a messy kid. So it's like a tower burger now. Oh my God. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, hell yes. Mm. 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 Oh, take a break after that. Mm. Damn. Meow. Anyway, so this is not a sponsored video. It will be one day. I just know. And when you know, you know. Okay, besties. Anyway, I'm going to use this as palette cleanser from the checkout. Mmm, yummy. So, where did we get up to in the story? So yeah, I didn't tell my handsomest husbando because the history of me cancelling on him, even though it has not been my fault at any time, like it was basically just situations out of my control. Like, I just couldn't bring myself to tell him. I was like praying to God. I was like, please, God, please help me fix this. Please fix this situation. Fix it. Please, I'm begging you. I spent so much time praying and asking God for help. And I don't mean begging. I mean like going, come on, like, I promise I'll be the best wife in the whole fucking world, God. Like, I promise I will be the best. Yeah, better than you, bitch. Better than you. I promise I will be the best wife in the whole of Egypt. Please, God, help me get there. Now, obviously, historically speaking, most Jews have run away from Egypt, you know, if you think about Passover. You know, the stories. But now that I'm Muslim, I'm running towards Egypt. And I'm like, come on, God, like, please don't let this be the third time. I promise to be the best wife in the end. I'm getting a sweat moustache. I'm like that excited. I'm like, God, I promise. Like, I know I'm a shit of a person, but I promise to be the best wife in Egypt to my husband. Like, there was a point I just stopped phoning, I stopped researching, and I was just, please, God. Now, this is not a religious video. I'm just telling you my experience, okay? So don't get your knickers in a twist. This is my experience. This is my life. This is my vlog. If you don't like it, fuck off. Anyway, so there I was going, yes, God, I know that you know that I'm an absolute see you next Tuesday. I'm not the greatest person around. Sometimes I try. Most of the time I don't. Let's be real. And I thought, you know, I'm giving it over to you. Please, God, I don't think I can do this anymore. Please get me to Egypt. I need to get there right now. And I was like, please get me on this plane. Please get me to my handsomest husband, or I'll be the best wife in all of motherfucking Egypt. Okay? Who would say you would swear when you're talking to God? Do you know what? It's my conversation with God. None of your business. Shut up your face. Okay? When I talk to God, I'm myself. I'm as respectful as I can. And you know what? God listens to all of us. So why not me? I said it with good intentions. I meant it. So have I still left it to God? That's the question. Yeah. 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 Listen, God has a sense of humor, right? Trust me. So eventually I started making like progress to get to the end of this struggle. And all the airlines had been contacted, but before they had all been contacted and got back, I'd found the actual policies. And I'd read as much of those policies as I could get my hands on. And I had photographed and quoted and argued on the phone until they would push for me. Because how many times they said, look, it just says here, so that probably means this. Look, safest thing is to get a refund. Start again. And I was like, but hang on. I found this in the policy. I found this subtext or whatever. I found this whatever. And they're like, oh, okay, well, if you want us to take it further, we will. It's going to take time, though, so you have to make this decision. I was like, let's keep going. Because I thought, if I get the refund and I can get it sooner and then look for a ticket sooner, although I would have almost enough money, I would still have to be saving again. And it's about to be like peak time. And the price has just suddenly dropped and they're going to go back up again. And it's like, you know, I gave it to God and I said, this ticket. And God can do the impossible, you know? That's what I believe anyway. So I just kept pushing and I kept saying to myself, God's going to take care of this. That's all I kept saying. God's going to take care of this. And I was just doing my prayers and just asking God real nicely and pouring my heart out every day so many times and trying not to choke on my snot bubbles, you know, because it's crying so much. And, you know, the final result was that each airline agreed with me, and so therefore the flight centre agreed with me. And when the flight centre said to me, but you know, we can't guarantee it for you, they've said it. So I said, you can help me with one more thing. And they said, anything. And I said, can you put it in an email that such and such called such and such from this airline and this airline and this airline, and this is what that person said, and it's this part of their policy, and so I'll be able to get on the plane. And she said, yes, I'll do it before you get off the phone. She went to my notes and she wrote it up exactly how I asked her to. And then she said, I'm also going to send a copy of your passport to each airline so that once you've left the country, we know that you'll reach your destination. And she's like, print off this email, make sure your passport and your hot little hand and any other form of ID you have, all the paperwork and the printouts, and have them ready. If you have them all ready, it's not going to be any problem. And I'm like, thank you. But you know who I was most thankful to? God, because that's who I was begging. Because I thought, I literally will throw myself into a ceiling fan. I cannot do this one more time. I cannot do it. And God came through for me. So if you're not religious, it's okay. I'm just telling a story. Calm down. It's my vlog. I can say what I want. Anyway, so now I've got confirmation that my ticket is goody good, besties. And I'll be leaving soon. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. There's a few wangers, that's an abbreviation of the actual word, in my comment section saying that I'm not going to Egypt. You're going to be embarrassed. I'm not. Delicious. Anyway, so in my community post, I put up, if you guys feel the need to comment in there, just asked a couple of questions. What details about my flight ticket or my trip or whatever should I release on YouTube or talk about without, you know, jeopardizing any, you know, safety or anything? Do you think like, honestly, if there was nothing to worry about, I would just like post the actual ticket. I would just put it up on my YouTube. I'm so excited to be going. But then I'm like, wait, I'm a bit naive. Like, would that be safe? I don't know. I don't know, besties. tell me what information should I give? Like, is it safe to say the day I'm leaving or the day I'm arriving or what airlines I'm going on? Like, what should or shouldn't I say? Like, compared to the information people want to hear about, like, what are the reasons for or against different parts of information sharing? Oh, I'm just so excited. You got no idea. Crazy. Meow. I can't wait to get to Egypt. Yes. I don't have an awful lot of time, but then I don't have an awful lot of things to organize before I go. So, yeah, I mean, I want to tell everybody when I'm going, but it's like, there's weirdos out there. Like, how much should I share? How much should I share or not share? Should I share? How much? What? Be specific and why. Tell me. That burger was so filling, and I'm on a diet, so I'm actually not going to eat another burger. Other people are going to eat these burgers. I've got a house full of people right now, so they're going to love the crunch burgies. But this yogurt. I got the hankerings for the dairy in the last few days. And honestly, unless it's in a mukbang, I just generally don't eat dairy products. So, and I haven't been taking my vitamins, so I'm kind of like, maybe I'm craving dairy because I need calcium or something. I haven't been eating many leafy greens at all. And that's what most calcium's in, isn't it? But milk products have a little bit less calcium, but still they've got some. Yeah, but just craving them. Like, I've even been putting milk in my tea. And I don't like milk in my tea, but I've been craving it. So I'm like, well, if I'm craving it, I guess why not? I mean, it's not too much fat. And I have lost a little bit of weight. Just a little, not a huge amount, tiny bit. Are the mango chunks at the bottom? No, just random. I think maybe some of them disintegrated from the freezing process. Very flavoursome. Please, guys, get back to me about it. I'm not trying to just get you to comment to like generate my algorithm. Like, I actually want to know other people's opinions about how much I should share about my ticket or journey or leaving dates, that kind of stuff. Just because I'm inexperienced with this and a little naive, but then sometimes I'm like a bit worrisome as well. Like, am I overthinking or over worrying and I could just share anything? I mean, I would really appreciate it, guys, if you could just have your say about that and say why. Like, if you say, oh, don't, can you tell me why specifically so that I can understand? I would really understand better with the context. So, I'm so excited to go to Egypt. Yes, bitch, I'm going. Wild, absolutely wild. Just like literally, I've got nothing to say. I'm just over the moon excited. It was sorted out like a day ago when I filmed this, not when I post it. And honestly, just talking about it has got me so excited again because it just feels more real now. So there'll be some things that I need to prep before my trip and organize. And when I go out to do those things, I'll be filming and putting them on here. So stay tuned if you're interested. And I noticed a lot of people leaving my channel, and hey, you're going on a trip, you're leaving. Have a nice trip. Have a nice life. I don't mind. I literally would vlog even if nobody watched, just because, well, the reason's kind of personal, but yeah, I don't want to say it's too personal. Okay, bye besties. Love you besties.